the last prophet was coming, and they knew in the old books it was Baina Harratain, that the prophet would appear in a city between two lava fields, which is Medina has two Harratain on each side. Have you been to the lava site yet? Okay, when are they doing that? People go to that. Don't sleep in for that one. Really, that is an amazing. I mean, your iman will increase when you see that place, because the Prophet ﷺ, that he clearly predicted that 1258. There's no khilaf about that. That the hadith is absolutely sound in al-Bukhari and others, that the Prophet ﷺ said that there would be an immense fire near Medina as one of the signs of the end of time. He said it would be so great that it would reveal, the light of it would reveal the necks of the camels in Busra, which is in Syria, on the border of Syria and Saudi Arabia. And that happened here in Medina. There were 6 volcanic eruptions, massive eruptions. It goes on for over 200 kilometers, the lava of this. And we had, when Dr. Rubel came, who's a Welsh geologist, Dr. Rubel said this is a unique, there's nothing like it on the whole planet. There's nothing like this. He said it's like a Precambrian event. It's something out of like prehistoric geology. You know, he said there are volcanic eruptions, but the level that happened, what occurred here, he just said is really unusual. And it rolled, the lava rolls down, and you can see it on the satellite map. It rolls down. There's a picture of it in your booklet. But it rolls down, and as it comes to Medina, it turns and goes uphill. And I swear, and we have him on film saying, because he's not a Muslim, this was outside of the Haram, and he was flown in a helicopter. The Amir Jalallah Khairan brought him in just to give us this lecture. But I asked him, we have this on camera, I asked him, how did that happen? I mean, what's the scientific explanation for that? And he said, I have to be honest with you, there's no scientific explanation for that. He said, I heard that the people were praying, and that's the best I can do for you, is that their prayers got answered. But literally the lava just turns and moves up. So, and when that happened, all of the people of Medina went to the masjid. They said that they broke all the musical instruments in the city. They broke all the bottles of wine. They freed all of the slaves, which shows you they knew, like, keeping slaves. You want to get close to God, free the slaves. They freed all the slaves. They all went to the Prophet's tomb, and they did beseeching. I mean, in all the recorded records of this tawassulu, you know, they begged the Prophet ﷺ to intercede for them. And Abu Shama, who's the historian who was here at the time, the Syrian historian, Ibn Hajar records this. It's mutawatir. This event is literally a fact. It's as sound as any historical fact that you know of in human history. He was an eyewitness to it. There were several eyewitnesses. He said that for several months, they were riding at night in Tayma by the light of this fire. In Tayma, which is about 700 kilometers from here. And I asked Dr. Rubel, how far would have the light been seen? He said easily Syria and Iraq. In Syria, in Damascus, they did the kusuf prayer because the black smoke covered the sky, and they actually thought it was a eclipse. So this happened. This is historical fact, clearly predicted by the Prophet ﷺ, because we have the hadith written long before. We have manuscripts long before this event happened. The Prophet clearly predicted this. To me, this is to deny that. It's just a clear miracle. Even when I told my brother about that, you know, he said that's prophecy. I mean, it's the Prophet ﷺ clearly prophesied this event. So it's an amazing place to see it. I mean, I actually suggested to the Amir that they put out a museum out there and have a train from Medina to take people out there and put a museum of Dalail al-Nubuwwah out there. Just all the proofs of the prophecy, because just for the pilgrims to be able to see that, it just increased your faith. Wallahi, I felt my iman it went up when we were out there looking at that place. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.